Labor warns millions of Australians could be left without leave entitlements due to a loophole in the government's $130 billion wage subsidy package. Let's go live now to our political reporter, Eliza Edwards. Eliza, will this division hold up the passage of this historic legislation?
Well, Danica, the short answer is no. Labor can't afford the optics of being seen to block this $130 billion wage subsidy package, which will keep Australians employed. But they're hoping to make changes to the legislation, which is still being finalised. For one, they want to scrap the rule restricting the JobKeeper payments to casuals who have been employed for a year. As well, they're concerned that full-time employees will be forced to run down their paid annual leave, while employers can keep the $1,500 fortnight payments. Let's hear from Labor's Tony Burke about his concerns.
At the moment, the way the government's described it, the employer can register for JobKeeper, register that employee as part of the scheme. And even though the employee is simply getting what they were already owed and already entitled to long before anyone had ever heard of coronavirus, the employer will be getting $1,500 a fortnight and get to keep it to improve their own balance sheet. Now, that's not what this program was established for.
Danica, for now, the Attorney-General is standing his ground on that issue, although he says the government is listening to concerns about casuals missing out on payments. Christian Porter also has vowed that this legislation will be passed by reduced Parliament on Wednesday.
We will not be waiting or hoping that this change can be effected over the coming weeks or months by changing 121 awards and thousands of individual enterprise agreements. This change will be happening next Wednesday. No matter how late we have to sit, the change will be happening next Wednesday. 6 million Australian jobs depend on it.
Eliza, hundreds of faulty COVID-19 testing kits have been intercepted over recent weeks.
Danica, there's a lot of concern about these home testing kits, which people have clearly ordered from online, and they've been intercepted by Border Force. These images show about 200 that have arrived from China, another 89 from Hong Kong. The Attorney-General says these home testing kits are faulty and they shouldn't be trusted.
We're well aware of it. We're trying to stop it as best we can at the borders by checking. Not in a routine way, but in a targeted way. But for people who have any lack of certainty about the source of a test that they might have, or who are buying them online or through the post, don't do that. Use tests that your doctor is asking you to use or prescribing for you to use. Don't take testing into your own hands at this point in time.
A key concern here is that these dodgy tests will undermine the work of health professionals, because people accepting inaccurate test results could be dissuaded from seeking medical help that they need. Danica?